The following is a fan-based parody. Please support the official release.
Hey guys, if we reach 1,000 likes, we'll be giving out 2 of our new shirts. All you gotta do is click like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. When has anyone ever tipped a mailman? Why is this a thing? I mean, your job is to bring the mail. I pay you with taxes, and taxes are already high enough. And what, cash isn't good enough anymore? I have to feed them now? Imagine if you order a pizza and when it gets there, you're expected not to give money to the person as saying, hey, thanks for delivering the food on time, even though they probably didn't. You now have to have a spot reserved at the dinner table for the guy. Also in the Crystal Empire, mailboxes aren't a thing, so everything has to be hand-delivered in person.
Sure thing.
Is the only reason he's upset because his person doesn't feed him? Exactly how much does he eat on a typical route? I know it's all healthy, but even then, no one wants to be overstuffed on carrots and beets and other stuff while they have to walk an entire city.
My little pony, my little pony.
Skip.
You sure are, and it must be a special one. No pony outside of Ponyville has ever been called before.
I guess it's called people who aren't from Ponyville, but whom are in Ponyville. And I guess they have to know about the map if they're not from your inner circle of friends. It kind of seems like it's only because you actually haven't spread the word about the map that the map only calls people from Ponyville.
If you need some pointers, let me know. I've been on my fair share of missions.
Not according to me, as many of you pointed out in the last video. But every Spike episode should be forgotten. It is a plague among humanity. I don't drink, but when I do, it's because Hasbro made another Spike episode.
You've been on one, Spike.
And that's my fair share.
Your fair share is 0.
I'm sorry, are you not excited to go on a mission with me?
No.
I am beautiful, no matter what they say. No one can bring me.
Not so excited about where.
Sire's Hollow?
Yep, home.
That looks more like a blank patch of land. Apparently everything else is rendered but this town. In fact, Starlight's original village, a smaller area, was fully rendered on the map.
My dad treats me like a filly. Like, nothing's changed since I was a foal.
Huh.
I know, I'm a horrible daughter.
Glimmer has daddy issues. Why am I not surprised?
We'll just have to explain to our parents that we're on an important friendship mission, so they can't bother us.
Do you think that will work?
Nope.
Well, at least Glimmer's one of the few realistic ones to realize that yes, simply telling your parents that you're going to be busy isn't going to actually solve the issue. However, she's still a really dumb horse because she doesn't realize that this is the friendship issue that she's coming to fix. Now the carts, they just might not bounce as much if the wheels actually were attached to the carts.
Where did that come from?
Welcome to Sire's Hollow.
What's the point of a gate if the gate itself is never locked?
Where do ponies buy fruit?
You can get a fruit smoothie 2 doors down.
What do you mean? It was right next to you. Things change so fast, it's changing places mid-camera shot. Oh look, it's right back next to the perfume store. Unless they have 2 different juice places with the same banner at that.
Thing you do, Sunburst. A clear plan for the future.
Normally, I don't point out every time ponies use their butt pockets to carry stuff, but really? Carrying a pair of scissors in there? Now that seems horribly dangerous.
Like having a friendship problem?
Oh, there's no problem.
Because there is no friendship.
Were these characters ever established as friends beforehand? Because the map seems to have this ongoing problem of calling it a friendship problem, despite the fact these 2 people were never friends. You can't have a friendship problem if there was never a friendship, just like you can't have a nightmare if you never dream. And what happened to the other two parents? I mean, we see Sunburst's parents in the flashback, but his dad's never here. And Starlight's mom just never appears, and it's never brought up why.
Welcome to Cyrus Hollow.
It's not immediately apparent why they keep on opening the door over and over. I guess it's to prove it's annoying over time, but it's not something that happens often. There's very few people who come through or leave.
Fruity.
That's rude, Starlight. This is a very progressive show. We don't call people fruits in here. They're alternatively sexually aligned.
We have to figure this out before we run out of time.
Mom, there isn't a time limit.
These adults act like children, immediately making them seem more petty and less developed than before. The entire mood can be summed up by the scenario of your parents asking you to pause a multiplayer game and you grunting about how you can't pause online games. Also, didn't we already do this whole parent thing with Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash? You know what, come to think of it, the main six all have messed up childhoods and relationships with their parents. It explains a lot, honestly.
Stellar and I know the town a lot better than you two.
That's right. Neither of you have been home in ages. You're gonna need our help to succeed.
The town is literally 5 buildings. There's not much to explore. They've already mastered the layout of it. It's a straight line.
Oh, of course, I know how hard it is for you to sit still and focus, so would it help you pay attention to hold on to your blankie?
Okay, so this is extreme levels of babying to the point where it's actually quite creepy and probably bordering on the levels of fetishness. And no parent would ever actually do this.
Step 1, interview the suspects. Step 2, use your talents to solve the issue. Step 3, get the Princess of Friendship to send you on more missions.
What a horribly vague plan. I mean, you're like Twilight Sparkle, but if Twilight Sparkle was even more inept than she actually is.
Maybe because we don't like to cover our natural scent.
Because this was really needed, for some reason.
And she refuses to buy our books.
Wait, so you can't hold them or go into the bookstore, but you can buy them.
Okay, so we wanted to talk to all of you, you know, in private.
Just to see if there were issues any of you had with your friends.
The friendship problem is pretty obvious, and yet these two, for some reason, being the smartest, can't figure it out. Well, I guess if they did actually use their brains, this entire episode would probably last only a few minutes.
Alright.
They're avoiding their parents. This is the antiquities section. No pony ever comes back here.
There you are! But what are you doing in here?
What happened to not being able to go into the store, though? And no one noticed him here? Like the Technicolor pony on the ladder, right above you guys. Like, was he always in here before you guys even set up? It just kind of seems hard to believe.
Well, I'm sorry for trying to help.
And once again, the children make their parents run off crying. It's almost like these ponies aren't so nice.
Make up for telling me you don't want my help finding your friendship problem.
Oh, I'm not sorry for that. Starlight and I already figured out what the problem is.
This is a terrible apology.
This is a pretty bad apology. So bad it's like it could be a YouTuber's apology video.
I just know how hard things were for you when you left home. I guess I wanted you to feel safe, like when you were young.
So how long has he been treating you like that? Was it only since he tried enslaving an entire town? I don't feel like he was unjustified in trying to make you feel more comfortable. Or at least trying to, I don't know, recapture the childhood that you lost to maybe make you feel better?
I remember how lost you were when you flunked out of magic school. I thought, as long as you had a plan, you'd never feel that way again.
Wait, he flunked out? Was that ever said before? I don't feel like it was, but wow, gee, yeah, no, that makes sense. That explains why the parents obsessed with you actually figuring out a plan for your life. You're a college dropout. This episode has way too many people crying. Is this the Notebook?
How do you feel about a road trip?
I might have a few plans for that.
And cue the shipping, which I don't know is adultery or not. I mean, we haven't seen the other spouses. Are they single? Is this okay? Is Hasbro promoting adultery? They've done it before. The absolute madmen keep on getting away with it.